you keep your energy up when you're traveling so much or when you're so busy?
Well, you know, I do what I love, and I love what I do. I'm so inspired by what I get to do. I think that robs a lot of people of energy when they're not doing that. And I eat well, and I don't need a lot of sleep, and I seem to be able to just go. I mean, I've been doing it for many, many years, and I love what I do. I don't seem to have, you know, people say, well, what do you do for jet lag? I don't get jet lag. I don't have time for it. I keep a busy schedule, and I always say that if you don't fill your day with how you want your life, it gets filled with how you don't. And if you fill your day with things that inspire your life, you are vitalized. And our vitality in life is directly proportionate to the vividness of our vision. If we're really clear about our vision, and I feel like I am, then there's always lots of energy.
I like how you put that, if you don't fill your life with, can you say that again, please?
Well, if you don't fill your life, there's an ancient law I'm making up right now. This basically goes that if you don't fill your life with exactly how you want it, it gets filled with what you don't. If you don't fill your space and your time with high priority things, it gets filled with low priority things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important to decide every day, what do you want to fill your day with? Because otherwise it's going to fill with things you don't.
Right, so you set your priorities. A lot of people have priorities, but and then they say that certain things like family or friends or whatever is important to them, but those aren't the priorities. That's not where they're spending their time or putting their energy.
Well, I always say that you really know what a person's really dedicated to by looking at how they fill their time, how they spend their energy, how they spend their money, you know, what do they fill their space with, oh, what are they most organized in, what are they most disciplined, reliable, and focused on, what do they think about most, what do they visualize and dream about most, what do they talk to themselves about most, internally dialogue, what do they externally converse with other people about most, what inspires them the most, and what are their the top goals that they've had for the longest period of time. That gives you an indication of what really is important to them. Because people, when you ask them, what are your values or what's important to you, they usually don't even know themselves, or they'll lie, or they'll inject the values of society's expectations. But look at what your life demonstrates. That's what's important to you. That's the truth.
That's true. That's so true. So you were saying that your work inspires you, and that's how come you have a lot of energy. Now we're about living our dream life and living our best life and realizing our dreams, and you believe that that's what keeps you motivated and keeps you going.
Well, I learned a long time ago that if you don't fill your day or fill your life with high priority things, it gets filled with lower. So I have a full life. I have a book that's here actually. It's about 650 pages. It has every goal and dream, and it's actually one of 4 volumes, and it has all these sub-dreams and things in it, and it keeps me busy. I've got a 1,000-year plan. What am I going to do in this body? What am I going to do in my foundation? What am I going to do across the next centuries? And people don't usually set goals like that. They always say that they're a spiritual being having a terrestrial experience, but then they don't set goals that are immortal. And they think in terms of small time frames. And I always say, set big goals. Amazing what you can get done. The average person thinks maybe hour to hour, day to day, maybe week to week, but the farther you in space and time that you allow yourself to create, and yet the more you chunk it down into daily actions and be present, more powerful, amazing things you can do with your life.
That's right. That's so true.